Hello, welcome to Everybody Yoga with Megan. I am Megan. Happy to have you here. If you are part of the June series, I'm so glad to energetically know that you are joining me at some point in a later date. And if you're new here, welcome. So today's meditation was another Stoic meditation. I try to balance all these different philosophies. And it's from Seneca, and he talks about a life well lived does not necessarily mean a long life. And a long life does not mean a life well lived. And I think, we talked about this a couple episodes ago about today's your day. This is it. This is the one you were given. And I know for me personally, I get wrapped up in my head and the anxiety ball starts rolling. And so in this moment, I logically understand what a gift today is. But the background track in my brain is like, but also, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, right? So it's coming into a place of letting the knowing be louder than the fear. And to me, those are all of the things that see what's wrong. It's fear. It is literally our fight, flight, fawn response, right? It's literally telling us something is askew, be careful. So we don't want to completely quiet that response. It's required for us to live, but we want to quiet it to where it only flares up when we're actually in danger. And the dishes not being done, while it's annoying, we're not in danger. So anyways, so as we come into knowing, you should be in child's pose, get in child's pose. As we come into knowing that today is our day, and we get to choose this day, eventually, slowly over time, we repattern the brain away from the fear and away from maybe the negative thoughts. So just something to think about as you settle into your child's pose here is this is it. This is your yoga practice today. So let it be what it is. Settle into your breath. Press yourself up to all fours. Oh, there's glass on my mat. That's not ideal. And we're going to take 3 cow-cat pose. Letting the spine just really articulate each direction. And for me, I can tell when I'm really holding stress in my upper back because this even stretches my forearms, right? So it's just a nice little wake-up call to the body, oh goodness, we're holding some stress. Come to a neutral spine. And let's go ahead and walk the hands out for puppy pose. So first, bring the knees to touch one another. Tilt your tailbone up like a little baby cow pose. And then walk your hands out, drop your chest down. Couple more breaths. Press through your hands, lift the torso back up, come back to your tabletop position. Now tuck your toes. We're gonna come into a variation of this pose. Get ready. So tailbone lifts as you walk your hands out. Chest settles. Try to pick up your knees. and come down. Press back to all fours. And let's take some shoulder rolls here. So keeping the hands plugged in, roll the shoulders back 3 times. And then other direction. This way is a little more hard, a little more difficult. Flat back. We're gonna come into that pose one more time. If that is not like, if your body's saying hail to the no, you just take puppy pose, okay? Okay. So we're gonna restart by tucking the toes. I find this easier to do before we get into our puppy pose. Hands come out, chest comes down, lift up. Okay, so let's come back into that pose again. Tuck the toes, hands come out. And like I said, if this does not feel good in your body, don't do it. Shoulders are active, lift the knees. Woo. And release. And you know, it's interesting, I can feel in my spine that I'm not really getting the curve that's needed, but because I'm so tight in my rotator cuff, like that's it, that's what the pose looks like today, okay? Okay, let's take a cow-cat here. As you're ready, downward facing dog. You know I love to roll out through the feet first thing. Paw out through the hands. Bring your feet to your hands, halfway lift, pause here. Lengthen through your spine. Soft bend in the knees. You can bend as much as you want, but definitely just a little flow of water behind the knee here. Take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toe. If that's not your jam, just reach for the back of your calves, okay? Straighten the spine a little more. This is an intense leg opening, right? We normally start with a rag doll. We're just coming in hot today. Fold forward. Pull your torso over your legs. Release your toes, roll up to standing, arms come overhead. Hands to heart center, exhale, settle in. Perhaps you set an intention for your practice today. Inhale, lift up, look up, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, high push up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Or cobra. You know me, I'm in cobra right now. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward, low lunge. We're gonna keep the back knee off the ground. More of a lizard pose. It's like a lifted lizard. I'm so sorry for those of you who know the words. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now drop your knee, untuck your toes. Drop your right knee to the side so you're lifting up the sole of the foot if you can. Keep the right knee open, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Right leg back, down dog. Left leg forward with this lizard lunge, right knee lifted. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lengthen the middle back. This is my work every practice. Drop your right knee. And it's pretty early in practice, but if you're super open, you can drop to your elbows for this. Now drop the left knee out. Tuck your right toes, pop your knee up, left knee still opens. Downward facing dog. Bring your feet to your hands, halfway lift. Shoulder blades squeeze together, lower belly pulls up and in, chin tucks slightly. Look at your feet. All four corners of your feet press down, pull your toes up. You don't need to use your fingers, I'm just showing that. Notice if you're rotating in or out, pronating, or what's happening with the ankle. Work on stability here. All four corners of the foot evenly press down, soften the toes, keep that pressing feeling, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Arms are going to come overhead. Hands come to your hips. Heel toe your feet to touch. Big toes touch. There's a little space in the back for your ankles so your heels don't touch. Lower belly pulls up and in. Right leg lifts. Straighten your leg in front. Airplane pose. Hands are on the hips on purpose here. Keep your hips nice and square. I could put a teacup on your sacrum. Standing split. The hips stay as they are. You're just dropping the torso, lifting the leg. We're not opening out. Well, that's pretty. That's not what we're doing. Lift your torso back to airplane. Swing the leg through. And come down, shake it out. Whew. Reset the feet. So big toes are touching, slight space for the heels. Sorry about the shadows coming through. I was delayed in filming this morning, so this is just what happens. This is it. This is the yoga practice. Probably gonna fall into that plant on this side. Swing it back, airplane pose. Standing split. Back to airplane. I bend my right leg. That helps me keep my balance. Swing it through. And release. Shake it out. Good work. Hands come to heart center. Samaspitihi with the hands resting. Breathe. One more breath. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. High and low push up. Upward facing dog and hold or cobra. If you're in your up dog, drop your knees. Everyone bend your knees. Press your hands, swing your legs around, come onto your back. As always, pausing, knees bent, feet flat. Let the spine take a moment. Exhale. Bringing your feet to parallel, lift your hips up, bridge pose. And release. Legs come to 90 degrees, knees are bent. Twist to the left. Extend your right arm. Come back to the center, other side. Come back to the center, setting up for Shavasana. And just take a moment, wiggle around, let the hips just naturally open. Tuck your shoulder blades so there's opening across the chest. I want you to take a big full inhale in. We're going to sigh out loudly, audibly, so we're activating the throat chakra. Inhale. Do that one more time. Inhale. Savasana. Come back into your body, moving, wiggling, making your way to a fetal position. press yourself up to a simple seat. Bring our hands to heart center. What an honor it is that my practice today was spent with you. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I truly believe that I can feel your energy over the course of time practicing electronically with me, and I hope that you can feel mine. And I really, really hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day.